A bank in Norway, DNB, purchased every commercial break for a 24-hour period on its largest television station in that country. This effort generated a 70% increase in bank awareness overnight. Now compare that to those spending levels and capital-intensive executions to the 6,300 credit unions across the United States, whose 2014 marketing spend was just a combined $206 million. This means that Bank of America spends $180,000, Chase spends $214,000 per hour versus the entire credit union industry at just $24,000 per hour. What's even more startling? The average credit union spends $3.73 per hour, whereas the two largest United States banks spend 53,000 times that amount per hour. Regardless of institution size or marketing budget, traditional regional institutions do have a competitive advantage, especially those in the sub-$10 billion asset group. They need to consistently exploit this. This competitive advantage can be found in a single word. That word, data. The amount of financial and non-financial data collected by banks provides a wealth of knowledge into consumer buying habits and preferences. A bank's data supports the ability to finance and make payment systems and give customers a secure haven from which to conduct their financial lives. The process of turning data into actionable communications is what will set any financial institution's brand apart from both its immediate and impending competitors. So that being said, let's turn to some of the results that we've learned through our meta-analysis. We have to consider first, when we look at data, what is considered a variable. Our campaigns are variabilized, if you will, across 6 elements: credit-based or FICO-based elements, the timing of the offer. Timing can be based on a recent behavior that happened yesterday, where a consumer will receive an offer or a reaction from the financial institution today. A content reference, so for example, I'm referencing a product that one already has to cross-sell something different. A branch contact, the person that either opened my account or the individual responsible for my local branch, quote unquote, signs the letter. Variable could also be considered payments, so payments for different loan products. Life stage variable, that can be images that relate to the stage of life that the individual or the family is in. All combined, what we have found is when we indexed for spending, response, return, profit, number of products sold, the performance was 50% better when variable was introduced to the consumer through direct mail. In other words, the more personal, the more specific, the more relevant the communication, the better the performance. Overall, our average program for every dollar invested with this approach yielded $14 in profit. The average mailing size of our total universe was just 5,100 pieces per campaign. Now I put that there because that's just 6% of the total households that an average client of ours has. This is a very focused, very measured, very disciplined response. Our direct response rate was 4.9%. Comparing that to the Direct Marketing Association's average response rate to a house list of 3%. On average, the meta-analysis proved that direct profit was extremely high, in fact generating $43,000 in marginal profit per campaign. We then cut the data based on strategy, and there were 3 primary strategies that we used. The first and most successful is the retention strategy. Now, this is a central message based on maintaining an existing product relationship. The next most successful, cross-sell, based on what we would predict a household would want to have next based on a previous purchase. And lastly, the least successful type of campaign is a straight-out acquisition campaign, where I'm either speaking to a non-customer or a customer wherein I'm just simply blasting a broad-based message. We did draw a distinction in our study between campaigns that were campaign-based or matrix-based. A campaign is something that drops one time. A matrix is something that drops more than one time over a 12-month period. As the results in front of you show, matrix campaigns have a higher direct response rate, generate more dollars, significantly more dollars, and more profit. This is most likely due to the fact of the continuity of the message. A continuous exposure to an offer on a repeated basis, we have shown, generates a significant lift over a one-time hit.